So I'm about to do the last day of the sling consultancy training. I've got my insurance sorted out, and I'm going to be able to give advice with loads of knowledge on anything baby wearing, and I'm very excited. I've got an idea for a wee venue set up. I've got a few ideas here and there. It's it's interesting. The flip side is like tomorrow Cucumber is going back into leg casts. Now these casts go from his thigh and is just his little toe sticking out the top. Because his feet have gone from being how they should be to kind of turning back in again, but not properly. And when he's walking along, he's walking on the top side of his foot and turning his foot slightly, and it's really, really frustrating because he is so mobile. He zooms around the house with his walker, and he's going back into plaster casts for his talipes with an operation under general anaesthetic pending. And I regret not doing the sling consultancy sooner because I struggled big time trying to make stuff work. And interestingly, today's training we're going to cover disabilities like, parental disabilities, baby disabilities, this difference here, this difference there, which is good. But I wish I'd done this while I was pregnant because I would have been able to do so much more. But it's also like the only experience I've had with another parent who had a child like this. They couldn't figure out their baby carrier. They had a travel system, so a pram. They couldn't use the car seat because their baby got too wide for the car seat very early on, which happened with us. We had to take the newborn insert out like, I think it was 5 centimetres early because we just couldn't just get the thing to fit properly around his legs. His legs were wrong and the car seat did not support that. They ended up skipping the carry cot more or less entirely and going for what they called the seat. So I'm guessing that's like the bit that goes up until the child's out of the pram. And yeah, we need adaptations. But arguing with the child disability payment people, they say it's not a disability, it's just a slight inconvenience. And it's so much more than a slight inconvenience. It's everything is wrong. He can't lay flat. He needs to be supported in this way here. He has these things that weigh an absolute ton on his legs. I mean, not literally, but when you're only a 4.5 kilo baby and you've got these legs that weigh 2 to 3 kilo each, 2 to 3 kilo combined, like, yeah, they're heavy, and it means your baby just moves wrong and you don't get all of these nice cuddles because your baby doesn't become a nice weighted blanket. They're a dead weight. And it's just, I'm going to be able to help people that are going through similar with their babies because there's a lot of us, but there's not many at the same time. And it's been an absolute slog at times. Like, I remember when he was about 3 weeks old, I ended up using a ring sling as a carry assist so I could feed him while walking around the house because he did not want me to sit down to feed him. He wanted to be held. And the only way I could comfortably hold him, bearing in mind he jumped from 4 kilo to 7 kilo overnight, which is quite a big jump in weight in your baby, because what normally happens is your baby gains between 100 and, in my case, 300 grams in a week, up until they're about 5 months old, and then it drops down to like 50 grams a week, but they gain slowly, they gain in increments. Mine went in for a consultation and gained kilos, not grams, not hundreds of grams, thousands of grams. And it meant that my 4 kilo bag of potatoes that I got used to lugging around near enough doubled in weight in an instant and became very sore on my shoulders, on my back, on my arms, because I just wasn't used to carrying this heavy weight around. The flip side was he wasn't happy and wasn't comfortable and would not accept being bounced in my arms. He wanted to be on the go, me moving. And I couldn't. I was in so much pain. So I put my ring sling on, put him into a cradle carry, and used it as a carry assist to take some of that weight off of my arms and spread it over my shoulder and onto my back. And it got me through. And then I was told by people online, you must never do that. That's not a safe use of a ring sling. You cannot use a ring sling that way. And it's like, I wasn't cradle carrying him. There's risks associated with cradle carrying. I was just trying to get through the day without my arms dropping off because I was in absolute agony. And it's going to be hard, but my aim is to kind of normalise some of this stuff. And I'm currently stressing because I've got my last day of training, and then I've got to pack. And then tomorrow I'm picking up my friend who's kindly coming with me because Brendan's working. And we're off for this appointment. And I don't know what my baby's going to be like. I know he's probably going to be unhappy. I don't know if he's going to take it better than he did as an infant. I don't know if it's going to be an absolute disaster. He's going to scream for the next weeks, days, however long this is, months. I don't know if he's going to bounce back and he'll be okay because he's got more strength now, so he might be able to crawl with him. He's not going to be able to be put down in the garden anymore. We're not going to be able to do bath time, and he absolutely loves bath time. It's really difficult because it's like, he is so tiny and fragile, and he's having to go through all of this to get ready for a general anaesthetic, to have an operation on his legs, and it's just bleh. And I've had some really unhelpful people because I've explained to I don't know how many people, we wouldn't be able to just buy a pram because, you know, the boots and bar, his legs were wider than any pram base I could find. The cast he couldn't lay quite flat, so that's fine. We co-slept, and I had my arm under his legs all night and kind of cradled him all night. The boots and bar he doesn't like. He likes to sleep on me. And I've had some really unhelpful people say, oh, but you can always buy a pram. You can go to this place here and get a pram. Oh, John Lewis have them laid out. I went to John Lewis. It was a bit, nothing worked to the boots and bar. And instead of it being like, you know, I have to wear him, so like, this is what works for us and this is the only thing we found that works. I've got people saying stuff like, oh, you're going to have to put him down eventually. You can't carry him forever. It's so isolating, and it's like, I'm just trying to get through a baby that likes to be held, who has only just started tolerating being put in a supermarket trolley, and even then looks like he's about to break down half the time. Like, as soon as we stop spinning him around, he's like, nope. And yeah, the only thing that might work is possibly a wagon, but I don't know how we'd adapt it to comfortably and safely hold him. It's really, it's not fun. It's very isolating. It's very unhelpful, and this is going to be horrible. And he was so close to walking because he just zooms around the house all the time, even on his knees or on the walker. And we're going to lose that. And he's going to lose his little mobility freedom and bath time and stuff that he enjoys, and it's just bleh.